dragon fruit season again. I think I'm gonna get a lot of dragon fruit this year. Look at the bees, it's awesome. I used to have these really big trees. See how there's this palm tree that's dead? I used to have all along this property line, palm tree, palm tree, palm tree, and the bees would come. And it was so interesting to watch the bees from that second floor window. I don't know, one of these neat things that I enjoy in Hawaii is the bees and the dragon fruit. Because these honeybees, they don't care about humans at all. Like, they come and go into the aquaponics, they'll stop by the water, and you can actually pet them. And they're like, yeah, whatever. So many dragon fruit I think I'm gonna get this year. When I went to the race event, I gave away dragon fruit to the staff that were working the event. I didn't know their names, I feel bad on that, but I did give them in person. That's why that is done. Driving in my Honda Fit. Why do I drive in a Honda Fit? You're like, but Mr. KaiKai, you have the sweetest new Porsche. And it's awesome classic Porsche. But don't you have like a new Tesla? Okay, the Tesla's my girlfriend's. Let's be clear about that. But yeah, I like this old Honda Fit because I can park it anywhere. If it gets a ding or a scratch, I will not notice it. And if you look closely, right in there, can we get in there? Can we get in there? Can you get in there? Can you read that? What does that say? 35. Car gets 35.8 miles to the gallon on average over the last couple thousand miles. That's pretty serious. That like saves money. This car is actually kind of hilarious because it has a tiny little gas tank. So you would think if it had a normal like 15-gallon gas tank, it would have like this ridiculous 600-mile range. But no, it's got like a 10-gallon gas tank, so you can only go 370 miles or 350 miles, whatever the range is. But it's kind of hilarious because I pull up to the gas station, I fill it up, and I'm like, what's that? Only $35? How is that only $35? And it takes like 8 gallons of gas. You're like, that can't be right. I don't know. Honda Fit for the win. It's just slow as molasses, but I do like the way it drives. It's got a nice sporty feel to it, a little bounce. Steering wheel has exceptional feedback for a Super Econo box, and this is Super Econo box. Oh, this is like my favorite part of Little Milani, this little valley. Those trees are like something out of, I don't know, out of like a Japanese painting. Right? Hey, old Porsche, look at that thing, dude. It is awesome. It's like a 1970s. My darn A-pillar is so big. I have not seen a Boxster Spider that version. Like, look at the taillights. That's like a 987 Spider. Of course, that's not going to let the guy with the Mercedes in. He's like, nope. But, dude, that thing's cool. Catch up to him. Honda power! He's a douchebag driver. You saw that, right? Oh, she's a good-looking car. You know, gonna put it in the trunk or no? So you have to unlock the car. I know. told him it's a hurricane. I can't hold the phone straight. I can't hold the phone straight. No one told him it's a hurricane. I wouldn't be driving my Porsche in the hurricane. Do I know that person? No, I don't. I don't know that person. But I know that car. That car was for sale a few years ago. He's driving like he's lost. Either you know where you're going in Mililani or you don't. Mililani's like loopy, 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 loop. Kind of like some places in the East Coast, you know how they do freeways in a circle and then an inner circle, outer circle, with roads that cross, but those roads should be straight, but they're not. Yeah, that's Mililani. So like, when I take someone to my house, they get lost because there's all these, if you want to go straight, there's all these turns, and if you want to go smooth where you stay on one road, well then the road switchbacks and loops around. Yeah, like that. Yeah, the hurricane's like 200 miles south, so it's just bringing wind and rain, nothing big. But next week it's going to be a tropical storm that's going to smack right into the island, and it's going to be crazy wind. So I need to like trim the trees in my yard and get my yard prepared so that stuff doesn't get blown away too badly. Silence in the Tesla. My goodness, my girlfriend's had it almost a month. She hardly ever drives it. She leaves it at my house because she doesn't have her parking stall figured out at her new place. I like this car, but only when you drive it slow. I like driving sporty, but driving this car quick makes me kind of woozy, car sick even. So as long as I keep it really calm and don't be speeding or accelerating. It takes me a lot of focus to decelerate without the car, and it does this weird thing. I'm not sure at what speed it is, but when you are trying to drive it a little fast and you take your foot off the accelerator and it slows down and you start to put on the brakes, the regen is not consistent. At a certain speed when you're slowing down, the regen gets stronger, and every time it does that, it makes me want to vomit. So the only solution is to drive even slower, I guess. Or I just need to spend more time practicing the car and eat some Dramamine or something like that. But today I have to go to town and we're gonna get the Porsche out because I haven't driven any sports cars in a few weeks. We went racing and racing was awesome. Oh, yeah, that's what we should talk about. The racing event at Aloha Stadium. It was the best event. Oh my gosh. Oh, it was a double event. So there was two-hour racing sessions. I got to drive a 2019 Carrera T Porsche with rear wheel steer. Oh man, overdriving and sliding a Carrera T with rear steer is a very interesting and confidence-inspiring thing. And I also got to drive Kevin's Audi R8, his Ironman car, which is a single-clutch automatic V8. And I liked the way it drove. It had a weird launch, like a very sluggish launch, but I mean, that's just in comparison to the way what I'm used to. But oh, it was quite impressive and a lot of fun. No comparison, brother. Oh yeah, the AC blows. Oh gosh, I miss this car. Oh, the AC blows so good in this car. Oh, it feels so good. It's a hot, stinky day. There was a hurricane that went by, and so it messes up the trade wind, so it gets hot and muggy. And then I think this Friday there's another big tropical storm that's gonna hit. So it's expected to be crazy rain. So Wednesday night, Camaro, Bel Air, old Dodge, don't know what it is. Volkswagen, maybe Jeep. Pretty sure that Volkswagen is fast. just about to rain really hard, and I'll show you how I know it's going to rain really hard. But I came out here because this is my girlfriend's Jetta. We're going to sell it soon because, of course, we know she purchased that. And that's still sitting at my house because she doesn't have her parking spot squared away. Now, she's had this car for a little while. We're going to fix it up to sell it. It has a wheel speed sensor that went out on it, and so she's taken my little Honda, and I usually like to drive my Honda on rainy days, especially if I have to go to the store or anything like that. But today we're gonna pick up the little boy. We'll take a Porsche. And I bet you're thinking, well, why did you just drive the Tesla? Well, when it's not my car, it has less than 200 miles on it. I want her to put those new miles on it, and I've driven it. Yeah, I don't know. I would think a used Volkswagen, non-smoking, no dented, clear title, up to date on registration, 100 and how many miles? 120,000 miles on it. Should be worth $5,000 in Hawaii, but with the check engine light on, it's probably worth $2,000. It's not a check engine light; it's like a combination of lights. I'll show you. But this is how I know it's going to rain here. See, I'm all squirrely. But so I live next to this so this is the canal next to my house, and it's kind of hard to tell, but those barriers in the distance are actually taller than I am head high, so the water coming out of here is pretty thick. There's my home with my dead palm trees, which were killed by the coconut beetle. So this water means that up the mountain more on the Malka side, it's raining now. And so that rain is going to be here in about 15 minutes. You wanna hot, buddy? You wanna